Now, welcome to episode 30 of my Indie or Outie series, where I would normally be taking a look at an indie game and see if it gets to stay indie switch or get booted outie. But for episode 30 and with all the 10th episodes, I'm doing an indie spotlight game where I look at a game that I know to be really, really good and yeah, just give it a recommendation for you guys. And today I'm looking at this game, Don't Die Mr. Robot DX, which weighs in at 140 megs and can be picked up on the store for somewhere in the region of €1 to €2 sometimes. It looks incredibly basic, but yeah, it kind of is in a way. But you have these goals on stages of which version of game you're playing. Say, this one's just survive as long as possible, and you have different medals that you get by doing those. You see it in the top corner where it says your goal time. The next one is in 10 seconds. And it is just a case of, yeah, nice, easy first stage with the goal of just survive and nothing else. But this is one of those games where, like, it's incredibly kind of simple, but at the same time, it can get incredibly hard, bullet helly, and all the stages have their medal rewards. But yeah, it is just a case of like you can pass the stage by getting the bronze amount of time or the silver, whichever, or you can just last it out the entirety of a stage if you can to get the platinum. And yeah, those medals are used to unlock the following stages. And yeah, if you actually succeed in a goal completely, you do get picked up and taken away. So yeah, you can I'm just gonna quit back out to the menu because otherwise it will actually go straight into the next menu. But yeah, so you can see from that you have like the platinum and you have to get like so many points. Yeah, the points are awarded by obviously the different types of medal that you get. So doing better on easier stages will unlock more later on stages. But yeah, whilst the game always has this kind of basic enough graphics to it, it is a case of now the fruit will cause explosions. So destroy enemies with fruit. They just wait for enemies to come close and then collect the fruit when they're nearby. And you get your... Ah! Yeah, you get your medals for them. And you can make nice chains. Whoa! And yeah, fruit will chain explode other fruit. Which sounds strange, saying fruit will explode fruit, but it does. This is definitely one of those games where it's quite old school in terms of the simplicity of it, but also it turns kind of, yeah, really, really difficult, but in ways that are very, very fair. As in, it's always kind of, yeah, like you have your bullet hell elements to it, but it is actually quite, like I said, fair in terms of giving you kind of, yeah, a good goal that's fair. These do get quite difficult, so oh wow, nearly got hit with a rocket. But yeah, if you like kind of bullet hell type games which are simple enough in nature but have the ability to kind of grow and get more and more difficult. Yeah, and like there is quite a lot of stages to it. Like each one of these has the 5 things, and you need to do as many cups as you possibly can from each stage. Like I said, this does get more and more difficult as you go along, especially to get those platinum ones. Oh, graze enemies. This is one where it really does help to play this on with a pro controller, just because of the fact that you need to kind of drift by enemies, and you can hold R2 to actually slow your character up. But yeah, it is just a case of all you need to do to get your medals is graze enemies. So just coming nice and close to them without touching off them. And you can combo it if you can. Yeah, by getting, going from one to the other. But like, yeah, it's just this kind of really not overly complicated, nice little short stages. And yeah, it's just a case of you work your way through all different remixes, and they're all kind of slightly different things. Oh yeah, so start as long as you're possible, but now you're not allowed to leave this circle. And like, oh yeah, I remember this type of stage. The things that appear on either side do laser blasts, so you have to see if you can take out some of them with a fruit blast. But obviously you can't move, so if you get kind of unlucky with the spawns of the fruit, it can be quite difficult to take out enemies. But yeah, I just said I've have a save file in this which is quite a lot further into the game, but I said I would just go back and show the first couple of stages and just kind of like, if this game would be of interest, I'd give it a strong recommend. Just absolutely perfect for the Switch, especially when you're away from net connections and stuff like that, where you're just sitting down waiting for a bus or a train or a plane, and yeah, you want to get rid of a few minutes whilst playing a very simple but whoa, haha, wait, remix complete? Oh, because I died, but silver medal. But yeah, like I said, I'd give it a strong recommend, and if it looks like something that would be of interest to you, yeah, definitely go for it. Especially if you see it on sale on the American eShop, especially, you can see games appearing on that for far less than €1 at times, and this would be one such game where, yeah, you can see that. But like I said, if this looks of interest to you, yeah, just I would recommend it. It controls perfectly. Like the hit detection is really spot on, especially when it comes to the stages where you need to graze enemies, as they call it. And there is also some customization that you can do with Mr. Robot. I was thinking this was a survive stuff, but it's actually just a collect apple stuff. And a new apple appears just as soon as the last is collected. And I seem to be getting more and more worms. And now they're longer too. But yeah, like the game has a really nice difficulty curve as well, because even on the individual stages, like a stage will start off with 1 or 2 enemies in it, and before you know it, you are in absolutely bullet hell. Another silver medal. No. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that though. If this looks of interest to you and you do pick it up, leave us a comment down below. If you like these videos, please do give it a like and consider subscribe. And yeah, again, you've got my subscribe button here, the Indie or Outie playlist here, where I'm not just looking at good indie games but also terrible ones, and a random YouTube video over there which YouTube thinks you like. It's probably going to be me playing Asphalt, if I'm going to be honest, because those are the ones that people watch a lot more than these. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, and yeah, we'll see you on the next Indie or Outie.